Humility is not a posture. It is not a phrase. It is not saying, I'm no better than, no worse than. That kind of balancing act, while tidy, is just ego dressed up in a neutral tone, still preoccupied with comparison, still calculating its worth on a sliding scale. Humility isn't that. Humility isn't thinking less of yourself, as the clever quip goes, nor is it thinking nothing of yourself. It is not self-erasure. It is not softness of voice or politeness or pretending to be unimpressive so others can feel tall. No, humility is something deeper, something quieter, something truer. Humility is the unguarded condition of being exactly what you are. It is standing as a man among men, aware of your limits, aware of your flaws, and no longer in need of disguises. It is the absence of theater, the absence of self-editing, the end of pretending to be large or pretending to be small. In this way, humility is a kind of honesty, not brutal honesty. There's no brutality in it, but bare honesty, the kind that neither demands to be noticed nor fears being ignored. The truly humble man does not disappear into the crowd. He walks with it, not ahead, not behind, not trying to lead, not needing to hide. And if he happens to lead, he does so because the others trust his step, not because he needs their eyes on him. What makes humility difficult is that we are born into a world that prizes display. We are taught to be seen, to signal, to climb, to become a name. We are told, almost from birth, that we must matter more than the next man or risk being forgotten entirely. So we develop ways of mattering, our talent, our story, our sorrow, our uniqueness, and we polish them until they shine. We build identities like armor. We speak when we know the answer. We grow uneasy when someone is better than us at something we once claimed. We fear irrelevance more than we fear falsehood. But humility is not afraid of irrelevance. It knows that mattering is not the same as being. The humble person does not seek the lowest place in the room out of false modesty. He simply no longer needs to measure where he sits. That's the difference. It's not that he believes he is low, it's that he no longer checks. The insecure man is always checking, am I above or below? Am I admired or ignored? Am I winning or falling behind? The humble man is not playing that game, not because he has transcended it, but because he has laid it down. He knows the game leads nowhere. He has realized this: if I must be more than you to feel that I am something, then I do not yet know who I am. Humility is not a mood. It's a condition of the soul that has let go of competition as its primary mode of meaning. It's what remains when you've accepted at last that your life does not become more real when it is approved, praised, or envied. And from that condition, something extraordinary happens. Space opens up. You begin to see others more clearly because you're no longer seeing them as mirrors of your own status. You can admire without envy. You can listen without waiting to reply. You can offer help without needing it noticed. In that space, the human soul breathes freely. It becomes supple again, capable of joy, capable of awe, capable of saying the words most people find terrifying. Because a humble man does not fear not knowing. He fears pretending to know when he does not. He fears the brittleness of pretense. He fears becoming too polished to be touched. And here is the value of humility. It returns us to reality, not the version we curate, but the one we actually live. It clears away the fog of performance. It allows love to flow. It lets correction land. It makes beauty easier to notice. You cannot be taught if you're not humble. You cannot grow. You cannot be astonished. You cannot receive what was not your idea. You cannot kneel. And sometimes in this world, kneeling is the wisest thing a man can do. Not in fear, not in shame, but in awe, in reverence, in recognition of something greater than himself. In the end, humility is not thinking small of yourself. It is simply not thinking of yourself so much. It is the quiet strength of being anchored, not inflated. It is the strength to let others shine, the strength to change your mind, the strength to laugh at yourself and mean it. And it is always, always the soil where the best things grow.